Before you walked in the door, before I got in here.
We're live on.
We're live, right?
Yeah, John.
Okay, mic check.
We're live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook. Almost on Christ. All right, shalom out there, Facebook. You know what I mean? Isupk New York headquarters. Lashawan Qadash.
We're live on YouTube as well.
Slack if you can see me right now. All right. Yeah. So it's Friday. Lashawan Qadash Hebrew class. All right. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, which is down the block from us today, right? We're gonna go. First of all, you want to make sure you contact the camp leader for a alphabet sheet, right? Right. Israelite School of UPK. All right. We're going to go into a little bit of this book right here. Right, this book is called The Biblical Hebrew, a text and workbook. Brothers ask me about the Hebrew all the time. I always refer to this book. This is an authorized book by the school. It's on the UPK website, the isupk.com website. All right. Very key book in understanding the pronunciation of the Lashawan Qadash, right? The ancient Hebrew, right? We want to get some prayer words. We want to break a lot of the prayer words down in Psalms 83, because these are words we say all the time. So you want to know how to say these words to build your vocabulary. All right? You're gonna hear these words in the prayers all the time on every Sabbath service, right? We are in the midst of the Feast of Tabernacles right now. It started Monday. It ends Monday before sundown, I believe, right about it? 7 days. Right. So meaning Monday, right? You come here to 2279 3rd Avenue, right? Harlem, New York. 2279 3rd Avenue, Harlem, New York. 100, I believe it's 35. 10035. I mean, Harlem, New York, it's in particularly East Harlem. All right. So on that day, we're gonna meet here at 7 o'clock, right at bam sundown, right? Might be 2 minutes after sundown, but the intention is what matters. All right. And we're gonna read all these prayers. We're gonna read the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, right? Qadash Haya Shamka Yahweh Malakufka Taba Aratazayaka, right? You know that's the Lord's Prayer in Matthew. What is that? 6, Matthew 6 and 8, Matthew 6 and 10 onwards. And I mean, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, holy be thy name. Right? We got the praise Hakak. Right? You're gonna read it a grouping of Hebrew words, text. Right? You know what I mean? The Hakak, Larpa'a, Kalmakala, Kalmadawa. Right? You wanna know what these words mean when they're being said. Right? Just like when you're a child. You give me that scripture in the Proverbs.
Train a child up.
There you see one accord, man, one mind, straight up. If you can get that from your body right quick, right? All right, we got the blessings. You hear this all the time. Barak, Rapa'ah, Magan, Hagan. You should know what those mean. All right. The ranking system. You hear. And these are short prayers. Some of these are short prayers. Right? Bless Israel is a short prayer. You should know what those words mean. The blessings in the Hebrew. You should know what those words mean. You know the ranking system. You know what I mean? Matazebe'ah. Alawak Pihana, which is command in general Yohana. Right? From the word command. Alap from the word thousands. Rooted from the word cow. Right? Meaning in charge of thousands. You see what I'm saying? The ranking system. Ranking Hebrews Idar, right? You got the Psalms 121, right? Words like Shamash, the sun, Yarak, the moon, right? Qadash is another word for moon, which is Qadash is more month, because month is based on the moon. The word month is moon, right? And even the TH on the end of month is similar to the TH that's in our language. You know what I mean? So we should know those things, right? And then the difficult one, Psalm 83. You got it?
No, not Psalms 83. Yeah, the train up a child.
Read, please.
Proverbs 22:6.
Uh-huh.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child in the way you should go. Right? So now, when you come into the UK now, you're a whole new man now. You're a child again. We even call you young man, right? Young man meaning child. That's what it means, right? You don't read, you don't go in the Bible and see boy too much, right? Boy, we don't really have boys. You see what I'm saying? Christian church has boys, right? Christian church has grown men who are boys, right? And here, you are a young man. I mean, what does that mean? When you are a young boy, you are not training him to be a boy. You see what I'm saying? You are training that 2-year-old to be a man at 2 years old. You know what I mean? You see him on the ground, might be waving his legs. At some point, yeah, make him be a child, but at the end of the day, you want to let him know men don't do that right there. You see what I'm saying? Let them play, and then at some point, when you see the certain parts of discipline is ready to be installed, men don't do that right there. You know what I mean? And I used to always wonder, when I was a child, men was always telling me in Jamaica, yo, men don't talk a lot, or men don't, men's face look like this. You see what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Men don't. The playing, when you get around the 10s or the teens, men around you try to train you as men because you're rolling with men. There's time when you're rolling with kids, they let you be kids. But when you're around the men, they tell you like, yo, men don't fiddle with all them books over there. You know what I'm saying? Men will read books. Men don't play in books, not pick them up and knock them down. Men don't do that. You see what I'm saying? They'll school you on being men, and some of those teachings will be installed with you for a lifetime, and that is why fathers is so important, because a father will be doing that. But you was raised in New York or Philadelphia or Chicago or random ghetto USA, where you're raised with no father. So here comes the Isupk to be a father to the fatherless, as explained in Ecclesiasticus. All right, meaning when you come into the body of Christ, the brothers in the school become your fathers, your mothers, your uncles, your aunties. All right, these are your brothers according to the Spirit. Fathers according to the Spirit, right? Good. Any more on that, right? Train up a child in the way he should go. Right. Come to school, you're learning a whole new language. Right. But you're putting off the former man. The former man spoke English, right? What we got there, buddy?
And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And when he is old, right? When you become aged in the truth, right, you will not depart from the things you learned in Lashawan Qadash when you were young. Hence to why I'm going to start reading this thing right here to you right here, right? Because when I was a trooper in the school, we was made to read this at the beginning of class, right? This is your Lashawan Qadash Hebrew sheet. You get this from your camp leader. Email your camp leader, or ask your camp leader to send it to your email. You see what I'm saying? We're going to go over this. We're going to go over the things that we went over when we were young. All right, basic words. What's people always asking? How do you say kill? Israelites is a bunch of killers. When I was young, people was always asking, how do you say kill in Hebrew? Harag. Harag is how you say kill.
So, what do you mean by kill?
Kill, like be a killer, kill.
What's the difference between ratazak and harag?
Well, ratazak is murder.
So harag is literally just regardless of whether it's good or not.
Right. Kill is just, you go to war, you have to kill somebody in the war, or you get killed. Right? If you get the order to kill. If you do not get the order to kill, don't kill nobody. Right. Don't shoot nobody, don't stab nobody, because whoever's in charge of you.
Ratazak, I sure, but I realize ratazak's a sin. I could change it to harag, and that's not a sin, right?
That's why you have to get the name checked by Hebrew scholars, 2 Hebrew scholars.
God, no, I just wanted to know, man.
Yeah, if you name your son Harag, Aisha, do murder. Will be Aisha Ratazak.
I thought Aisha was do.
Aisha is Esau, right?
Oh, so Aisha is Esau.
Aisha is Esau, right?
Harag Aisha.
Oh, to kill the white. Right. So
Ratazak is a sin.
Ratazak Aishawa.
Right would be a sin.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, right. Because the scripture says to abhor not an Edomite.
Right.
Right. People take that to say, oh, you can't call the white man the oppressor, the slave. You can't call the oppressor the devil.
Right.
Right. When that's not what abhor means.
Right.
Abhor and hate is two different English words, and in Hebrew they are two different Hebrew words.
Right.
Right? Where abhor is tha'ib.
Right.
Right? That's a good one too, right? Tha'ib, right? I wonder if there's an ib, right? Because thaq might be a compound word to say preposition, right? Because we know that tha is a preposition to say will do.
Right.
Alright? So if you abhor, if you say do not abhor, man, let me get the concordance right quick.
Yeah, John, I was just looking at it too. That's fine.
Okay.
It's back on?
I don't see nothing on the live.
Is the light back on?
Is there anything on? Nothing, right?
Yeah, no. We got, what's my thing?
See if you can refresh here something. Is there no refresh button here? Audio. What about new audio? Right. We got 10 and 4. Right?
Right.
Then put it back on.
Right,
Yeah.
that was good.
Okay. Right. What about the mic?
The mic's good. It says right here.
We'll be out here with no mic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Video, like, yeah, we back. And then, you know what I mean, we get a whole bunch of people putting in 0, we can't hear you. Right? If I could get a sound check, right?
Yeah, I'm about to do it now.
If I can get a sound check. Alright, everyone online, please type in 1. Alright, type in a number 1 if you can hear me. Right? Right, if you can or say I can hear you, I can see you and hear you. Say something please, right? Alright? Or say I can hear you, I can see you and hear you.
Yeah, we got it. John.
Other book that we need to get, Strong's Concordance. Strong's Concordance, right? I know we're used to saying concordance. This is not a concordance, right? It's a concordance, right? Concordance, right? Con meaning with, cordance, I don't know what cordance means, but you know. How about that? How about we look up the definition for concordance?
Concordance.
Alright? Mashama Yash, I see your question, alright? The water for the one, alright? Unforgiving life. Straight up. This is an unforgiving life. Straight up. We a hard life out here, man. Oppressor of the devil. Hey, Reed, what's going on, man? The water, alright? Just Art Paint Shalom. Come again?
Can I try to answer this question?
Yes. Alright, Abadi's gonna answer the question yesterday about how to say the water for your service in Hebrew. Right? Ready? Alright, go on.
Tawada Kaya Ibaka.
Absolutely right. Break it down.
Tawada means thank you, technically.
Yep.
Kaya is basically for or because.
Right.
And then service is our work is the same word, which is ibad.
Right.
And ka is a possessive pronoun, which goes at the end of the word, meaning you or your.
Absolutely right. Right. These words are good too. To know, okay, getting that is a result of, well, could be a result right, of you, not you particularly, right, but everyone, if they was to learn the Lord's prayers, right? I believe we have a kaya in here somewhere, right?
Yeah, klar.
Right, so we have Abba Nawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash Haya, right? Haya is B.
Right.
Abba is father,
Klar.
right? Mind you out there, right? When you go to college, right? You have a notebook in front of you and a pen, or maybe a pencil, right? And as the teacher talks, you take notes, you write, right? So here we have Abba right here. I'm letting you know that this Abba right here is father, right? What should you be doing? You should be writing in your notes. Abba is father.
Right.
All right? Now, Nawa, right? Nawa, right? Nawa is a possessive to say our. Our, we, or us. Abadia, come on.
Klar, Salaki.
Yeah, just stay focused on this class right here.
Salaki.
All right? Right? Shabbat Shemayim. Right? Sha is pertaining to, Ba is in. Right? So really, these two shouldn't be connected, right? Let me see if I can get it on the on this here, right? Let me see if I can get it on the interlinear app. This is that's New Testament, right? So that'll be in Greek.
Yeah, klar.
That'll be in Greek. Okay, no problem, right? Sha and Ba will be by itself. No, actually, it would not.
Klar, that all be
It will be all together, right? Because Sha is a preposition,
Right.
and Ba is a preposition.
Right.
There you go, right? So now, but if it was a preposition and a possessive, then they will be separate. But because they're both prepositions, make sure you're paying attention online. Because they're both prepositions, they stack up behind each other in the front, all right? And then the main word will be Shemayim. I got a little confused because there's two shas, because both of these are prepositions, except in the case of Shemayim, where it's a compound word. Now this is not being considered. This is not being considered the word. All right.
Right.
So now this Shah is not a preposition anymore. This Shah means heaven, because Shah as pertaining to, right? Mayam, Mayam is water, right? Mayam is water. So pertaining to water is heaven, because heaven is made of water. All right. And water is easy. You know what I mean? Where your rocky lifestyle is hard, right? You get a relationship, my relationship is a little rocky right now. You know what I mean? We're on the rocks right now. Life is hard. You know what I'm saying? You say hard because hard is to be considered with a rock, right? Where life is hard. When life is easy, what is that? Life is not hard. What's not hard? Water's not hard. Water's soft. Water's so soft you can dip your hand right through that. Life could be easy as dipping your finger into a cup of water, right? With the blessings of the Most High. But because you went against the Lord is hard against you. You see what I'm saying? So now your life is not easy like putting your finger in a cup of water. You're going to put your finger in the cup and there's no water. Your finger's touching a hard cup. Because some of your grandparents, they have, depending on where y'all was at, you ain't even have no water. You see what I'm saying? Bathing once a week and stuff. Coming out of slavery in the South and all that. You know what I mean? Jamaican people have to go bathe in the sea in certain places. They have to go to the sea and bathe. You get some nice clothes, you wash it in that seawater, the clothes lose color. You know what I mean? Because of the curses of the Lord, you couldn't even be beautiful. You know what I mean? For too long. You beautiful for a day, for a weekend probably. Right? Anyways, right? So that's Shemayim is heaven, Ba is in, Shah is pertaining to, right? Yam is the sea. Right? I hope I'm not going too deep in the Hebrew. I hope everybody's still with me, right? Yam is the sea. Ma is a preposition to say of or from. All right? Of or from, right? So water is something that you can find from the sea. right? Water is from the sea, right? The water in the sea evaporates, right? Goes into clouds and comes and bring hurricanes to your neighborhood with the curses of the Lord. Damage your whole house, flood your basement out. You see what I'm saying? That's where the rain comes from. Rain comes from evaporated water from the sea. Right? You can go to any what class they teach that in? Geography in UK they taught us that in a class called geography class. Right? Over here they teach you that in I believe it's one of them. Is it living environment? It's not living environment, right? You have living environment, aka biology, right? You have chemistry. It might have been chemistry class. You learn this. Water evaporates, go into the air, and then comes back down as the word they use, condensation. All right? It lands on the ground, evaporates. The water in the sea evaporates at the same time. Most of it from the sea goes up into the air, condenses into the air in clouds, and fall back down on the ground. Water is from the sea. Right? Hence where they get the theory of if you ever stranded in the ocean, you go take a cup of water from the ocean, heat it up, stick a cold mirror over it, and hope that the water condenses on the mirror and drifts back down into another cup as unsalted water. Evaporation and condensation to remove the salt, because salt cannot be evaporated. Right? The water dries up and leaves the salt behind, and then you go sell the salt as sea salt in supermarket for $5, way overpriced. All right? When salt comes from the earth. All right? And Israelites are the salt of the earth, right? Just a sidebar, right? So Yam is the sea, Ma is of the sea, Sha is of the thing that's of the sea. What's of the sea? Water. Sha, water. Sha means pertaining to the water. Ba is a preposition to say in. In what? The thing that pertains to the water. What pertains to the water? Heaven pertains to the water. Right? Even in Genesis, the Lord said that he separated the two waters. Right? Separated the two waters. If you pull up for me about it, right? So we can get the scriptures read as we go along. Right? Ba is in. Right? Shemayim. We're just going to go to Genesis 1 right quick. Right? Shouldn't be too long to find. You got it? Genesis chapter 1. We might need a physical Bible. All right. You got it there or not?
Hold on 1 second. 1 and 6.
1 and 6. Genesis 1 and 6. Let's go.
And the powers said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters.
Right. And the powers said, let there be a firmament. Right. In the what? In the midst
of the water.
And that's a good keyword right here. Midst is thawak.
Middle.
Thawak is middle. There you go. Good. Thawak is middle. Right? Or sometimes thawak is among. Right? And in the midst. Right? Meaning this is how you think in Hebrew. You think of picturing some brothers rolling, and you just say, yo, they're in the midst of these brothers right here.
Yeah.
You don't have to be rolling. It doesn't matter who's to the left or to the right. They are in the midst of each other. So the word will be thawak. Here we got the preposition again, the ba. The ba to say in. All right? Keep reading about it.
John. Which were, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And
let it divide the waters from the waters. Right? Here we got a word for divide here, badal. Right? Usually we use the word peleg, right? This one says separate. The word we use for separate is Qadash, because there's many Hebrew words to mean the same thing. All right? There might be a little difference in sense in the context, right? But just stick with what you know and increase the vocabulary, and don't confuse yourself trying to be righteous over much when you cannot handle those things. Multiply not silver unto yourselves, right? Multiply not wives to yourselves, because you can't handle much. You haven't been trained to handle much silver yet. You haven't been trained to handle much wives yet, right? So don't try to multiply vocabulary words into yourself. Stick with what you know, and just increase your vocabulary where it's comprehensible unto you, right? Bayan, this is a good one too. Bayan, Because in the prayers we're gonna read later on in Psalm 83, we're gonna read something called Bayan Da'ara. Right? We've heard that a couple of times before, right? About it, Bayan Da'ara, right? So we got Bayan right here. Bayan means between. Alright, here's another word, right? Between. Right? And I'm saying that because that's the word that we're gonna see in the prayers. Right? So, but Thawak is middle, Bayan is between. Alright, we might have to just roll with Bayan. Because that's the word we're gonna hear all the time. And when I hear Bayan in the prayers, I know what it means now. Where I wasn't so privy to it until just now. You see what I'm saying? Mayam, we got Mayam already, right? La Mayam, water to water, right? Meaning there's two waters. Right? Read that last part again about it.
God, let it divide the waters from the waters.
Let the waters be divided from the waters, meaning waters, that's H2O in the sea and in your rivers, right? And then there's waters above ground, waters above the waters, right? Which is what you call H2O in the gas form. Alright, so there's two waters, right? Right now you're breathing in water. You cannot breathe without water. If there's no water in the air, you would die from, what do you call it again? Dehydration? Yeah. Meaning the water inside you will be sucked out into the air. Right. Alright? Let's run through this right quick. Qadash is holy. Haya is be. Sham is name. Shamka is your name. Yahweh is the name of the Most High. His name is not Ahaya Sharahaya. It doesn't say Ahaya Shara here in all of the verses in the Bible except one, where the Lord made a joke, a one-time joke. I don't think the Lord dealt with anyone else like he did with Moses to crack no jokes like that anymore. Therefore, he didn't say his name is Yahweh in any other verse. Even when the Lord said his name is one in Zechariah 14:9, he didn't say his name was Ahaya Sharahaya. Right? Hence, he wouldn't even be able to get the name Judah if the Lord's name was Ahaya Sharahaya. The Lord's name is not Yah, and the Lord's name is not Jah. Alright? The Lord's name is Yahweh, right? Malakwath, right? Malak is the word for king. Malakwath is the thing pertaining to the king. Right? Putting it in what the slave master will call the feminine, which is really just not the feminine, it's more the subservient. Right? The kingdom is what serves the king. Right? Ak is a brother. Sisters serve the brothers. Right? Ak and Akwath. Right? Right? So Malakwath, kingdom. Ka is your. Right? Tha ba'a. Tha is a preposition to say will. Right? Meaning in the future, this thing is going to happen, or this is what you're going to do. Right? Ba'a means come. Tha ba'a, will come. You're going to come. Will come. Future tense come. Yeah, Baba Kushah, right? Come, right? What I just said, Baba Kushah, is also a Hebrew word. Ba meaning in, right? Ba meaning in. Bakwash meaning request or seek or request, right? Ba Bakwasha, that Bakwash becoming Bakwasha is to say not feminine, because there's nothing feminine or female like in requesting something from another man, right? Right. The water, right? Right. But it's putting myself in a lower form, meaning I'm at your mercy in actually getting this thing done. You see what I'm saying? Like your wife is at your mercy in your direction in life. Because if you lead her down the wrong path, she's going to follow you down that wrong path because she loves you. Because her heart is inclined unto you. As in the days of Genesis, when the Lord said to Adam that through the Lord, Adam said to Eve, we are now bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh, meaning we are one now. We are together. Right? Our life is dependent on each other, right? And whatever you feel, I feel. Whatever ailments you have, I have. All right? Whatever I have to do, you have to do. Whatever you have to do, I am in charge of. You see what I'm saying? I'm the head and you're the body, all right? Okay, no sweat, right? So here we are, Malak with Ka, right? Taba'a, right? Rataza is the word for will, meaning not the same will as this, as in future tense, but the will as in the agenda of the Lord, right? Rataza is to say agenda or will. Write this in your will when you die, right? When you die, here's the word for will, right? Rataza, right? Right? Now, whose will? Whose agenda? Your will. Who are we talking about? Who's the your? The Most High. All right? All right? Haya, we went over Haya already. Haya is B, B-E, right? Aisha is a word for make or do. All right? So what do we have so far? Our Father, pertaining in heaven. Pertaining to that's what's in heaven. Right? Because there is a father they have on earth.
Right.
There is your fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But we're not talking about the one Shaba Arataza, the one pertaining to in the earth. We're talking about our Father who is what? Pertaining to the one that's in heaven. That's why we have the Shah here and we don't have no other preposition here. Because it's pertaining to what kind of Father are you talking about? Right? Qadash, right? Separate or holy. Be your name, meaning there's no name like the Most High. But there is a name like Yah. There is a moon god called Yah. Right? Meaning what? Yah is not a holy name. But Yahweh is a holy name. Alright? What else is not holy, right? Ahaya, right? Is just a word which means I am. Right? And that's not the Lord's name. That's not holy, right? There's a brother in the school, his name Anya, what's his name? Anya, I can't remember his name, right? Anya something, right?
Lashawan.
Don't worry about it, right? He's gone, right?
Who?
The brother who left. Anya something. Alright? Alright, so Shamka, Yahweh, right? That's a holy name. There's no mankind in the Bible named Yahweh. You know what I mean? Nor should there be a man that's named Yahweh, right? Instead, right. You can't, right? Right? Nor should there be an Israelite group named Yahweh, or have the Lord's name in the name of their camp, right? Hence, in the UPK, we don't even have the Lord's name on our logo. Why? Because the Lord's name is to not be used in vain. Right? Because if you say the Lord's name, He's there. And the Lord is in this room with us right now. Right? The Lord goes unto the few. Right? The Lord does not go into the many. You see what I'm saying? Out of all of Sodom and Gomorrah, the Lord saved Lot. Killed the wife. The wife didn't make it out. Wife was on the way out. The Lord says like, nope, not you, because you're with these sinners in here. You love this place. You don't love the Lord. Right? The Lord saved Lot and his 2 daughters by Abraham's prayer. You see what I'm saying? When Abraham was trying to save 100. Why? Because all the other Hebrews was with Lot. You know what I mean? So we have Yahweh Shai down here to not use the Lord's name in vain. Using the Lord's name in vain means you using the Lord's name on things for no reason. Like you gonna write, Yahweh on a side of a book. When this book gonna get old and you gonna throw this book somewhere all torn up and beat up and then get a new one. Right? Then the Lord's name is to be forever. You put the Lord's name forever, which is in your mind. The Lord should be in your mind until you die. Right. You know what I mean? Not tattooed on your skin. You know what I mean? Not put on some headpiece or put on your garment on or clothing on or nothing like that. Right? That's brothers who don't know what the hell they doing, don't know nothing about the Lord, don't have the doctrine of the truth, got no goddamn direction, had poor fathers. You know what I'm saying? They was raised on the poor fathers that don't know no better. Using the Lord's name in vain. When that's a commandment to not use the Lord's name in vain. Right? A lot of your fake Israelite groups out there that you might follow besides this class, for those who are not in the ISUPK, you might follow those guys. And you say, oh, but how are y'all different? Y'all both teach that Christ is black, to keep the Sabbath day holy. Y'all both to say to not eat pork, sheep, crab, and lobster. No. They copy us. But they are failed students of us. So they leave. And they go. You know what I mean? Hold up about it. Give me Romans 16:17 right quick, alright? Alright? Stop being distracted, alright? You can listen to that after class, alright? Alright? So we have Aisha. Aisha is a word to mean make or do or make. This word can also be used as a well, not this word. Romans 16 and 17. Right? Aisha means make or do. There's a preposition called da, da, right? Or in the Hebrew, da like this, like a triangle, right? Not da to say David, but this signature is the signature of David because the da is a triangle, right? But da by itself, when you see a triangle by itself in front of a word as a preposition, that could mean Aisha. It's a shortened way of saying do or make, right? Hence the word do in English comes from da. All right? Ba arataza. Why can I say that? Because Hebrew is the etymological root of all languages, right? So I can say that, all right? Unless someone can prove me wrong, all right? And English is heavy rooted into the Hebrew, something that your schools around town don't tell you. You know what I mean? The word you say he's babbling on and on because babble is a Hebrew word. The word camel is a Hebrew word. You have white bras all over USA and Europe called Elizabeth because those are based on Hebrew words. Mary is a word, famous name in the earth, based on the Hebrew word. David. You got Chinese people that call themselves Dawei. Chinese people call themselves Dawei. To say what? David. White people name David Mark all over the place because those are rooted in Hebrew words. Right? Any other words today? The word now is a Hebrew word. When you say now, I want this thing done right now. Now is a Hebrew word to say. In Hebrew, it's na'ah. Right? That's a Hebrew. Now is a Hebrew word. What else? Okay, I'm gonna get the other ones for you in a minute. I got them in notes. Go with that, buddy. What you got there?
Romans 16 and 17.
Uh-huh.
Now I beseech you, brother.
Now I beseech you, brethren. Now, we just said now. Now is a Hebrew word. Now is na'ah. Keep reading. Now I beseech you, brethren. What does beseech mean? Beseech means to seek out and urgently improve. Big up the captains of car. Drill that into us every week. Now beseech you, brethren. That goes over a lot of people's heads. That goes over a lot of Christians' heads. Christians think they got it all figured out. But the Lord said, now beseech you, brethren. Meaning, in a concise way, seek out, look out, and urgently improve. Go on.
Mark them which cause division.
Mark them which cause division. Right? So now, before the year, people say the year 2000, 1995, right? There were some brothers that wanted to cause division in the school. They wanted to say that it's not shalom, it's shalawam. Right? They was creating division in school because they were misled. What the scripture said, what Christ said, Yahweh our King. He said some men will be taken away by the eagles. Right? And the symbol of the oppressor's symbol is the damn eagle. Where some brothers was taken away by the Jewish man that says shalom and writes shalom when they write out their shalom in Hebrew, where the O is a wa. They've inserted that they've had the wa inserted into their writing of the spelling shalom with the O, right? By the Masoretes. And here goes some brothers taken away by the eagle, taken away by white society, taken away by the symbol of the bald eagles, the symbol of Albania, the symbol of the Romans, the symbol of the Germans. And them Jewish people are just Germans, all right? They got the Germans, the symbol of the Germans was a two-headed bird, an albatross or something like that, right? Painted in black. And they were taken away by the birds, the eagles, for those seeds who were planted in stony ground. All right? Stony ground meaning they ain't rooted. They're not rooted in what? The doctrine. Keep reading.
And offenses contrary to the doctrine.
And offenses contrary to the what?
Doctrine.
They were not rooted in the doctrine. They were like seeds that were put in stony ground. right, or sandy ground, and they were not put in the dirt to be raised like a tender plant, like Yahushua the Christ, as written in the book of Isaiah, right? Keep reading. Read the part again.
And offenses contrary to the doctrine.
And they make offenses, they make transgressions, they offend, they disappoint the doctrine. Keep reading.
Contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned.
Contrary to the doctrine we have learned, they learning something a little bit different. Meaning they not come with a whole new doctrine. It is a whole new doctrine, right? But their doctrine looks similar, but there are offenses. Meaning I could be around you, I see you in person. When you meet me, I'm a normal guy. Hey, what's going on? Shalom, whatever, right? You think we're brothers, we're all Israelites. We believe we're Israelites, we believe that Christ is black, right? Face value, we're good. But if we live together, right, there's going to be things that you do that offend me. Cause I'm going to see you and you going to be eating pork. And you will say, nah, all meat is to be received with thanksgiving. That's what you're going to say. A Christian going to say, yes, we believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I just don't speak Hebrew. Okay, no, cool. Can we both agree to do right? Yes. And then he go off and eat pork. Right. And he comes back and says, all meat is to be received in thanksgiving. Not knowing what that is. Or they go off to say, a bishop can only have one wife. Not knowing what that means. You see what I'm saying? When we ain't no bishops. You see what I'm saying? Go on about it.
I was working with an individual, like literally working alongside.
Individual, like.
Yeah, he ain't involved with nobody.
Absolutely
basically, right. Like this cat ends up like trying to rush out and leave early. Do you know why? To guess where to do what? Gas.
Gas?
No, I said gas, sir.
Oh, smoke weed?
No.
Oh, what?
Word. I think it's worse than smoking weed.
Huh?
I think it's worse than smoking weed.
It's worse. Well, some cats say, "Oh, where's smoking weed a sin in the Bible?"
Right.
That's what a lot of cats say.
Right.
When what's written in Proverbs 16:27 is there to say, even though it's not written in the law, right, because you might have not had this problem today, right? Right. But it is a sin. That's what it means in Proverbs 16:27. Because a lot of things were not written as sin, as laws until Moses. Right. They were just rules that we just knew were right. Don't do this, don't do that, and we just knew it passed down from our family of what we do and what we don't do, and a lot of us broke it. Hence why the Lord had to just kill everybody on the whole earth. Cats today is saying you can sleep with another woman outside of your race as long as it's not the 7 forbidden nations in Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy chapter 7. There's people saying that right now. When later on, right? Guess what? There were people before today, before the transatlantic slave trade that believed in that too, and they looked at this and be like, these ain't the Jebusites, these ain't the Perizzites, these are Moabites. Right. Hence, what the Lord had to say, a Moabite shall not come into the congregation, because their men can't marry your woman and have a kid and be raised around you and come to class and come into the temple. A Moabite is not allowed because we was taken as, okay, well, these ain't the Perizzites and the Jebusites. We're just going we go F these Moabites. And we go F these Ammonites. No. Hence, we have to go on later on into, what is that? Nehemiah. Right? Your children speaking the half the tongue of Ashdod, man, don't even know their own language. Because they're not the 7 forbidden nations. These are some other strange bastards that you done got with, some Moabites and some Edomites. Later on again, in the book of Second Esdras. Well, Second Esdras is the same time, right? Later on in the book of Tobit, had to go on. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because we were making the same mistakes. Hence, we made the same mistakes before we came on the stage over here. We read in the books where we was in Africa. We was sleeping with these white women on the north coast, or off the north coast of Libya. And what's the countries up there in the north?
Morocco.
Libya, Morocco, and Mauritania. We was heavy into Mauritania. You know what I mean? You read that in the book of, what book is that? It might have been the Babylon Timbuktu. Right? Babylon Timbuktu, nature knows no color lines. The word they use that we were omnipresent and we had different shades of color because we were always sleeping with these Greek women because they was always selling them they behind. While being a great plague to you, I've been a big curse to you because their brother would later put you on ships to come to the Americas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, anyways, about it.
But like I was saying, the cat left in a hurry to go sing in a gospel group. Like that, and we spent hours talking about quote unquote the truth, and I bet it was cutting them to shreds. And like
he did that to spite you.
Huh?
He did that to spite you.
Oh well,
that's why he did
that.
That
was his what's it called. That was his plan from jump because that cat very unprofessional. But yeah. You talking all that about being in the truth, but you still sing gospel, my God. Like I've known about the truth since 20.
Right. According to the Bible, gospel music is a sin.
Right.
All right. Do you want to get that scripture where it's a sin?
Yeah.
Yeah, get that one in Amos, right? Big up our body. My body is one west to the death. You know what I mean? All right. Let's rush through this right quick. Kawa, right? Ka is a preposition to say like. Wa is a possessive to say it. Right? So we have do or make, right? Aisha, right? Ba is in. Arataza is the word earth. Arataza is earth, hence the word arsareth. Arataza is arsareth also, right? When you read in 2nd Esdras 13:40, you read it, or 41, you read arsareth, it's the same as Arataza, right? Kawa is like, wa is it, like it. Right? It's just like it, right? Haya is B again. We got haya is B. Read about it.
This is Amos 5:23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
Take away from me the noise of your Christian songs. Meaning these are songs, these are not regular songs. This is not T-Pain. This is not Chris Brown, right? Why? Because who's talking here? This is the scriptures. We're reading about it?
Huh?
Where are we reading it?
Amos 5:23.
This is Amos 5:23, meaning the Lord is speaking through Amos, right? Take away from me what?
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
Take away from me the noise of your songs. The Lord called it noise. And he said take away from me because these songs is a song that you sing to him.
Right.
So the Lord is saying when you're singing these songs to me, take that noise away from me. Chris Brown ain't singing to the Lord. Chris Brown is singing to your wife. Right. That's what Chris Brown is singing to. Right? Trey Songz. He's singing to your girl. I think you say it all the time, right? Your girl. Me and your girl and your girl. Right. And your girl and this and your girl. That's who Trey Songz is singing to. And Future, I guess. I don't know. Who was it? Yeah. You know, these cats are singing to your wife. They're not singing to the Lord. But the people that sing to the Lord, who sing to the Lord? Gospel singers sing to the Lord. Take away from me. And Israelite singers. Israelite singers, you know what I'm talking about, GOCC and the horrible women and the horrible wives in IUIC. Right? They sing to the Lord. And the Lord is saying,
take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
The noise of your songs. You see what I'm saying? Stop that noise. What's that loud banging I'm hearing? That loud mess. Disgusting. The voice of sinners. The songs, bruh. The songs of faggots like Salakia. Good night. I don't want no homo singing to me. Salakia. Right. I don't want no LGBT community member singing. I don't want to hear that. I used to hear them on the train. I used to block them out because their voice sounds disgusting. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead out.
For I will not hear the melody of thy viol.
For I will not hear the what?
Melody of thy viol.
I will not hear the melody of your viols. Right? Viols is an instrument with a string.
Right.
Pianos. You bang on the keys. And those keys hit a string that's in the base of the piano. Right? The Lord don't want to hear those stinking pianos in church. Right? Go ahead about it.
More likely it's a type of harp. More than likely it's a
harp. It's a harp, and a piano is a harp, laid down flat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They don't play harps today in church. But the piano is playing the harp today in church. All right, go on.
If I may, what you call a harp is not an actual.
Yes.
It's a guitar. It's basically for anyone, look up the lute, the instrument on Google. Lute is basically another way to say it. It's basically a guitar. Okay. But look it up. When you look it up on Google Images, look up lute and then put like instrument, so Google knows you're talking about the instrument and not like seeing like a bunch of black people during Katrina trying to survive.
Where we reading it again?
Amos 5 and 23.
Amos 5 and 23. Okay. Right. So you go to some churches nowadays, you are gonna see actual guitars in there too. They're gonna have the guitar running along with the piano, right? And the
drums and piano.
Yeah. And the piano is a harp. That's why it's shaped like that. The piano is shaped like a heart, laid down, just fashioned in wood. All right. You open the top up. You see the strings in there. You can pull the strings yourself if you lift the top of the piano up. Sometimes on concerts, they lift the top up, so the sounds of the strings of the viols or the harp can echo out louder.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, about it.
No, I was going to say technically it's a piano is considered a string and a percussion at the same time.
Okay. Meaning it's a
string instrument, but it gets percussion is basically like
based on keys that hit hit metal. Right.
Like drums get hit, but a piano gets hit similarly to a drum, which is why it's considered a mix between that.
Right. Piano is not a drum.
Yeah, kind of. It's not a drum, but
piano,
it gets hit.
And piano, he can hit that one, but it's
not a drum.
It's a stringed instrument.
Yeah,
so it's really a viol.
Yeah,
a viol.
Right.
Like a violin.
Right.
Right.
And then they act like we're not cultured. Like another one, we have the brass instruments like your saxophones and your clarinets work exactly the same way as your horn does. A horn works how? By vibrating the lips or vibrating to create the sound that goes out through it.
Okay, that's like a shapar.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean.
A shapar is just like the thing you're talking about.
The
brass, absolutely. You know what I mean? Right. Amos 5 and 23. Right, take away. Hey, what word we have to take away here? It says hasar, right? The word is sawar, or right, to say turn aside. So that's when we say sar, right? Take away sar here. That's good, right?
Right.
Sar, hasar. Like when we say sar, turn the face to sar.
Right.
Hasar is take away.
Right.
Right. Ma'al, right? I'll is over, right? From over me, right? So turn from over me, right? Meaning turn it, divert that sound somewhere else. Go sing to Satan or something. Don't sing to me. You know what I mean? Ha mawan, right? So ha mawan. Hey, do we have a ha mawan in the Psalms?
In the Psalms?
Yes. It means multitude, right? Multitude. I've read mawan in praise.
Actually.
So mawan is multitude, right?
If I may,
a sound, murmur, roar, crowd, or abundance. What are you saying about it?
That reminds me of the English word harmony.
Ain't that something?
Harmony, by definition, is taking multiple sounds and putting it on top of the melody.
Ain't that something? Harmony. And it says Haman right here.
Right.
Hamawan. And Hamawanya.
Right.
And now we have the word harmony. Hold on. What's the etymological root of harmony? It's illogical. Hold on. What is the etymological root of harmony? All right. So it says its origin is from the Greek harmos, Latin harmonia, right? French harmony. And them Israelites was all through France.
Right.
Right? All right, the Israelites was all through the Latin lands under the Romans.
Definitely
Was
was.
spreading. The Israelites was in the Greeks, and even here it says harmos. Right, concord, joining, concord. Right. Harmony is the Israelite word again. There we go.
Right.
The word harmony is from the Hebrew word ha-mawan.
Right.
Right, where in today's society the O is the wa. So this right hamon, right? Harmony, right? So hamawan. We learn something every day here.
Right.
Right? Shayar. So shar yakar, right? Shar from shayar is songs. Right? Shayar is poet or song singer. Right? So the ya is to make a difference. The Lord always says ya when he says possessives. Right? But the ya is a good way to separate the possessive from the midst of the sounding of the main word. Right?
What do you mean? Like, you take the ya...
Okay, for example, right? You have a word, right? Like we have Hakanaka coming up, right?
Right.
The root word of Hakanaka is kanak. Right? So if I want to say, okay, kanak is to say discipline in a sense, right? So if I want to say your discipline about it, how would you say that?
My discipline?
Your discipline.
Your discipline. I forgot the word for discipline.
Kanak is discipline.
Kanak is discipline.
Right.
Kanaka.
Right? Kanaka, right?
Kanak.
So I might be mistaken depending on how you talk.
Right, that I'm just saying discipline, period.
That you might be saying discipline in the so-called feminine or the so-called subservient form. So to make the distinction.
Wait, what's the end word? It's two kas or is it a ka?
Ka, nak. With a K. Kanak. Hakanaka is the word.
Right.
To say feast
okay,
of dedications.
Right. Okay.
Right? To be dedicated, you need discipline, or you won't dedicate to be no task.
Right.
So we two cars, right?
Right.
So to make the distinction that you're not talking about some female discipline, right? You'll put a thing to signify that you're not talking about this, you're talking about a possessive. Kanak yaka. Oh, your discipline. Okay, I got you. You see what I'm saying? I could just say it, and then you'll be like, huh? No, kanak yaka. Say it, yeah.
I gotta go back and check, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that in Genesis.
What?
Specifically, Joseph and his brothers.
Osai and Christ, right?
Akyaka.
Absolutely. Because there we go again. Ak-ka. Come on, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to distinguish. Ak-ka. That's even hard to say. Right?
What was it called? That was the one I was about to ask for what's it called, because wouldn't it be easier though? Ak-ka.
No.
Why?
Because they put that there because it's not easy. They put it there to help you. You see what I'm saying? They put that there to lay it down for the children, which is us. Right. Meaning they letting us know this is easier. This is what's gonna be less miscommunication with. You say akyaka, I have no mistaken in what you're saying.
Right.
When if it's not you, some young man says akka. Then I gotta look up akka. Now there's a word for akka.
Is there really?
Yeah, but they're always writing in here AK, but it'll be like a and a ka. I wonder what that means. Let me look in the concordance right quick. What akka means, right? Akka. We're gonna go into our trusty concordance here, shortcut, so I don't skip through all of the tablet and get misled again, because we've now strayed from the Lord's Prayer, because this Hebrew is our culture and we love it. And we can't get enough of it, and we want to go everywhere. Ain't that right, about here? We go all over the world in this goddamn Hebrew. All right. Abba, ga, da, hawaza, ka, tayaka. All right. Let's do the alphabet right quick before they say we never say it.
Right.
All right. So here we have, we go on the camera here.
God.
Right. So we have This is the R we're talking about. Of course, on the Sabbath service, you're going to read these. So you have to learn these and learn how to interpret these as these. Right? So this is A. This is a cow's head. Cow is alat. This is a ba. Right? Ba is a tent. Bayas. This is ga. Ga is the hump on a camel's back. This is to say camel. Camel is a Hebrew word. Comes from gamal. Right? This ga, camel. Right? Camel is the third letter in English. Ga is the third letter in Hebrew. And this is a gamal, where kamal is. Huh?
You said camel's the third letter.
C is the third letter in English.
Ka.
Yeah. And Ga is the third letter in Hebrew. And the meaning for this is the same as that. The C in English will be a camel's back. Or what else is it? You see what I'm saying? A camel's back is round like a C. You see what I'm saying? Right? Da. Right? This is a da. From the Hebrew word dalath, which is a door. Door is the Hebrew word for, door is the English word for dalath. Right? Ha. Right? This is the ha. This is either hada to say put. No. Hada is what again? Okay, hada is put.
Right.
Hana is behold.
Right.
Right. Where they're saying, behold, you put your hand out like this, behold, because we're always presenting something new, because we are the race of people that invent things. Right. Behold, look at this. Behold that. Behold, my brother Esau. Behold, my brother Jacob. Behold, Father is me. Hananiah. Here I am. All right. Wa is from the fish hook. Wawa. Za is from Zayan. Right. This is a weapon. Right. Fish hook. We got a weapon here. This is a wall or a fence. Right. Ka off the throat, not the ch, not the c sound, but the cha, which is to represent the ka on your throat. This is kama to say a wall. This is ta for tana'a, which is the bottom of a basket. This is what your forefathers, your foremothers used to use do in slavery to start a bottom of a basket using a willow straw. Willows of the brook, a willow straw, a little strand of wood that's flexible. They make it round and they put a cross in the middle, tight on the ends to begin the forming of the bottom of the basket where they weave in and out of, with the willow, right? Strings, right? Ya is say yard, a hand. Ka is say cup, the palm of your hand, right? The line, the cut, that sign is to represent the lines in your hand, the lineaments in your hand. This la is to say lamad, right, which means learn. So ka is the palm of your hand. La is lamad to say learn. Ma is mayam, right? This waves in there means the sea waves, right? Na is to say nawan, where they tried to say that this is the root sprouting of a plant. Nawan, right? Not nawam in the prayers like sleep. Nawam is sleep, nawan is sprout, right, or to root, right? Sa is to say samak, which is similar to, this is supposed to be a symbol of a flag, right? And you put a flag where you're going to establish. So samak, S-A-M-A-K, is established. Samak, right? That's what the sa is. I is to say your literal eye. Your eyelashes under your eyebrow, your eye. Right? This is a round eye. Right? Eye is eye, right? Huh? Ayan is eye. Ayan is eye. Very good. Right? Khan, right? Pa, right, is your mouth. Root for the all of these are using the first syllable of the root, the word that they come from. Pa is for pa, right? This is how you say pa. P-A-H is how you say mouth. Pa is your mouth. So shut your mouth. Shakwat pa-ka, or pa-yaka. Right? Shakwat pa-yaka. Quiet your mouth. Right? Right? We're going to implement a ya. That ya is a very good thing with that ka about you. Shakwat pa-yaka. I can easily distinguish what it's saying. right? Tazar is to say a man on his side. I believe it's Taza'id, right? Check that right from there quick.
Huh?
Man on his side, or the word for side.
Taza'id.
Taza'id.
Taza'id is March.
Taza'id is March. You're absolutely right. Let's look up the word for side.
Side. Oh no, that's Tazama, I believe.
I think you're right.
Tazama is side. Go to Genesis. Genesis 2 and 24.
Let's go to Genesis.
Or it might be a little further.
Genesis
like 22.
2 and 24. Are we done with we're done with Amos 5 and 23, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ashamai. Is a preposition to say I. Shammai is here. Ashamai, I hear. La'ah is to say no or not. The Lord says, not I hear. I don't want to hear your gospel music. Alright, what was that? Zamara? Zamara is to say music. Zamara is a musical piece. Alright, Zamar. Alright. We have here. We have Nabal. Nabal, Yucca again, with the Yucca. Right? Nabal is a string instrument. Right? Focus on Zamar, which is a song. Right? I believe Psalms is something at the beginning of Psalms that says Zamar too. Right? Not I hear. La'ah. Ashamai. Alright, good, right? You say we're in Genesis what again, Abadia? 2 and
22.
2 and 22. Alright. We have the rib. Rib is Tazalai. General Muhammad's rib is called Tazalai.
Rib is Tazalai.
Tazalai, right? Side. And that's good too. Side. Tazalai. Right? Tazalai is good too. Right? Because the figure of Tazar is according to the general Kabbalah of Abadi, right? This is a man on his side. That line, the way it goes up and down, is originally written as a head, and then that Zah looking thing is supposed to be the man's body with his leg out, lying down on his side, sleeping. All right. So for now, we just learned another new word, right? Tazalai. What was the other word we had before? Tazayard, which is a hunting tool, or Tazar to hunt, because we said it looked like a weapon on a stick, like an axe, because Zah is the weapon, and a weapon on a stick is like an axe. So we improved our vocabulary.
What is ta again? A wheel, right?
Ta is a bottom of a basket. Or a bag, Tana'ah. Tana'ah is a bag, alright? So yeah, help the sister with her bag, Abadia. No. Hebrew, Lashawan Qadash. Right, Nathaniel. Izar
cloth. Wait, the sister
help
cloth.
Okay. There's rules of Hebrew. Right. Help her with her bag.
Okay. Izarha.
Izarha, good.
I'm a one.
I'm a one. You tried to say with.
Yeah, got it.
I'm a one. Okay. There's no real word for with. All right.
Or is it I'm on? The one. Because I know I'm on Walla.
Help her. The people. You could say I'm a one for now. I can see help her the people bags, right? Help her with her bags. Okay. Here what? Help her.
Bags.
Help her bag. You don't know bag? Nah. It's the ta. Tana'ah.
Tana'ah is bag or basket.
Bag or basket. Okay. The word bag will come from basket.
Okay, fine.
We will make bags of straw. You go to the supermarket, you still get them bags. Those are considered the best bags. Right. But because we have oil today, and the byproduct of oil is plastic. Right? So we have plastic bags today. Right? But before everything was straw or metal. Right? It was working with the elements, right? So help her bags.
Izarha.
Good. Tana'aha.
Or
right? Okay. Tana'aha or
Yaha would work or which?
Tana'ah Yaha. I've never seen the ya in front of a ha before. I've never seen the ya in front of a. I've seen a ya in front of a wa before.
Okay.
All right.
I believe I have two, but I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, we could probably use both. Who knows?
Right.
Right. Here's what we want to do. We want to make sure that whatever you say, I can interpret it.
Right.
All right. So, our body gets the hand clap. You all right? Tana, aizaha, tana aha. Right? Help her bags. All right? If I say that, he knows what it means, regardless of whether the word that will be there for with is there or not. Right? Help her bags. What am I helping her with? Bags. Uh-huh. Al depends now, because al can mean not. So we got al yathan. The prayers, al yathan. We said, Lord said, do not slumber or sleep. Al yathan. What's the other one? Al yanawam. Al over. Al is over or against.
Yeah, try. Sound like help her over.
Help her over? No,
Like
I wouldn't do that. Now, if you're saying see her with the bags, right? Now that's to say see her with the bags, then you would help her with the bags by me saying see her with the bags, or see her out. But then you'll be.
I'm not saying help her over the bags.
I don't think that's helping the phrase. What we would see is the ha in front of the bags. So it'll be Izar ha Tana'a ha. See? Now we really sound like some native Indians in here. Abadi, what tribe are you, man? No, Abadi is a real Judah. Judas are very pressing, and they have a very dominant spirit, right? Which is how I tell Judas from Qadash all the time in the school. Brothers be, I'm Banya Hawada. Nigga, somebody gotta be a Qadash in here. You know what I mean? Somebody gotta be a Reubenite in here. You know what I mean? This is the land of the Reubenites and the Qadash. Right? But Judas have a way about them. Right? Judas' hand is in the neck of his enemies. Because Judites are the one that's always having that behavior or that act or the personality that has his hand in the neck of the enemy. You see what I'm saying? Okay, good, right? So now where are we now? Alright? Ba'arataza kawahaya ba shamayim. Right? We went over ba is in, shamayim is heaven. Right? Nathan is the word for give. Right? Nathan is give. Right? This Nathan right here is give us. Give us, right? Give who? Give Lanawa.
To us.
Give to us, right? Give us. Give to us, right?
Salaki, sir.
Yeah.
What is the difference between Nathan and Yatan?
I think it's the tense. That's a good question too, because you have Nathan, you have Yathan, you have Mathan, and you have Thathan. All right. You know what? Let's see. Do we have time? 15 minutes? We probably don't, right? Yeah. That might be a good one. If you can remember it next week, please. Right? I'm gonna write it in my phone right here.
Yeah, try.
Right? To write out the difference in tenses of Nathan and Yathan. Before we go, I want to make sure that I get this out to y'all. All right? We're going into the book we talked about at the beginning of the class. All right? The Taza, right? We're saying this as baby taught now, but the Taza says, according to the biblical Hebrew textbook, right? Taza is most closely approximated in English by the sound of TS, as in hits, like TSO, so you say Toso chicken, so we give you Taza, right? But you learning as you go along, you have to pronounce this as Ta and Sa, as Sa or TZ. The scholars say TZ, right? It's saying TS here, but other parts say TZ because it is a Taza. All right? So if the sound taza is together at z, right? So try saying the z and the ta, and wherever your tongue reaches in the middle of where you say ta and za, you put your tongue right in the middle and you just do that. Za. Just like that. Right? It's not hard to do, alright? And don't think things as being hard. People say this in elementary school all the time. Oh, I don't like math. Math is hard. Only because you don't know it.
Right.
If you learn it, you'll be easy. Abadio, what's up?
Now I was gonna say I've been practicing the word for castle and strongholds.
Sayak.
Khan, so I've been saying Zark, like, so like I almost fucked up.
Yeah.
Zaryak.
Don't rush it. Right?
Zaryak.
You have za. Now say taryak.
Taryak.
Now say zaryak.
Zaryak.
Za.
Za.
Ta.
Ta.
Right?
Right.
So look at with your mouth now.
Right.
Think of. You put your tongue on the roof of your mouth to say ta, but don't say yet. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Ta. And then say ta.
Ta.
Right? Now, did you picture where the tongue was on the roof of your mouth?
Ta.
Good. Now, do it again. Ta.
Ta.
Good. Stop. Now, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth to get ready to say za.
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 Za. Za. Now, good. Now, put the tongue. Now, go back to ta. Ta. Good.
Ta.
Good. Now, put your tongue in the middle of where you had the ta and the za. Put it right in the middle. So picture the za, picture the ta, put it right in the middle. Ta, za, is right on the curvature of your mouth. Za.
Za.
There we go. Give it my hand. There we go. Do it again.
Za.
No. You went too low.
Za.
No. Right?
Za.
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 Sa.
Za.
You're going to put your tongue flat on the curvature of the roof of your mouth. There's a curvature right there. You feel it? Right? So as you would press your tongue to say za, right? You're going to bend the tongue up a little bit to where the ta would be. Za.
Za.
Do it again.
Za.
No, okay. When I said do it again, you rush to say it.
Right.
Take your time. Take your time. Just relax. Right? Ta, za, za.
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 I don't hear the ta sound.
Za.
There we go. One more time.
Za.
No.
Za.
Take your time.
Za.
You're rushing.
Za.
That was better.
Za. Za.
Good. And that is why we have to teach the taza.
Right.
Because it takes time.
Right.
That taza, right? Instead of saying taza,
Right.
put it in one go. Sa. Alright? Hence you get the word SARS of Russia. The SARS of Russia.
Right.
General so chicken. Alright?
Right.
That is a sound in our Hebrew alphabet according to the biblical Hebrew textbook here. Alright? Good, right? The Hebrew alphabet is the old okay, come on. The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, right? Still in use today. They're talking about the Jewish white man. It's not in use today. It's only in use today by us. Alright? Originally mean the first. Original meaning the original one, not the copy, not the fake, but the original one. Originally, only the consonants were used. Meaning there's no other vowel sounds other than the R and the I. Only the consonants were used. So you see R and you see Ba and Ga and Da. And then you see Lamanasa, Pataza and I. There were no other E and Shamesh and Shilosh and Yeshiva, Yeshua. There was none of that U and E and A sounds and Shalem and there was none of those European vowel sounds in there. Only the consonants sounds were used. Right? The letters continue to be used as consonants. Right? Much later when? In the Middle Ages. The dun 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 dun. Right? That's when who came up in the Middle Ages? The Khazarians came up and became Jewish. You see what I'm saying? a system of dots and dashes were devised to indicate every vowel. Who has vowels? We don't have vowels in Hebrew. Europeans have vowels, A, E, I, and U. A, E, I, O, U. Right? Dots and dashes, like these, what you see right here. They call it a what? A what? And this is, mind you now, right? This is a book from Yale. Meaning, in your black schools, you won't find this. But in the white schools, they have this.
Right.
The white schools, they have real history. In the white schools, they have history of who you are. You know what I'm saying? They got billions of dollars to buy all of your archaeology, if they want to, and hide it in the bottom of a basement somewhere, the forbidden basement where nobody's allowed except exclusive employees or members or whatever it is. Right? This was done by scholars we call Masoretes. The Masoretes. That's who created this Jewish thing going on here. The Masoretes. The Masoretes is the one who put the wa in shalom to now fake Israelites out there saying shalom, being taken away the eagle, and the eagle is the white man. The eagle, who said the eagle has landed.
So
the eagle has landed on the moon. What does Obadiah say about the eagles? Their pride is as high as the. Let's get it. Let's get Obadiah. Let's get Obadiah. All right. By that time, the text was so sacred that the vowel letters could not be removed. So, in other words, they didn't change the text in the Hebrew, in the scriptures, because the oppressor is Jewish.
Right.
He values the scriptures also.
Right. He
values the Qumran, the scroll, the Dead Sea Scrolls that was found in the Qumran caves. He didn't change it. We're taking the book to camp tomorrow. We're taking this book to camp tomorrow. Right? He didn't change the scriptures. Instead, he put dots and dashes to do what? To not change the wording of the scriptures, man. The water. All right, what you got there about here? So the dot dash system called the Gesh. Where does it say the Gesh? Where does it say the Gesh? They call these dots and dashes the Gesh.
The what?
The Gesh. Dagesh.
Okay.
The Gesh. They call it the dots and dashes. Right? They call it the Gesh. They call that thing the Gesh. Like how we look at sounds and words as syllables.
Right.
And they call those the Gesh, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the dot dash system was used in addition to the vowel letters. Right? In addition, and they underline addition. Because the people in Yale ain't paying all that money to go to that Yale University for no goddamn reason.
Right.
Because they're not dummies.
Right.
Like a lot of you Christians out there and you Jewish Israelite groups. Right? So our Israelite group came out of one West. You're a dummy.
Right.
Alright, go ahead about it. What you got there?
Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. And a lot of brothers, right, are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you do. What's the lust of the father that you do? Pride. Right? Though you exalt yourself like the eagle. Right? Keep reading.
Gone, sir. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though you Israelite groups out there exalt yourself like the eagle. Keep reading.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
And though you set your nest among the stars.
Then will I bring thee down.
As the oppressor, right, sits on top of the Israelites, Israelite groups try to act like they sit on top of the Israelites also. They want to be one with America. Hand join their hand, the wicked shall not be punished. They join their hand with America to really make money off of Israelites in a wrong and unlawful way. You see what I'm saying? Right. What do the Christians do? Take all the tithes money and buy a Mercedes-Benz. They sit upon the stars. The stars is the Israelites. All right, keep reading. Though you what?
Though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Though thou sit thy nest upon the stars. The same people in I believe in Jeremiah, where it says this is a long captivity. Let us build a house. That's a precept to this. right? They set their nest, meaning they go build a house. They try to get satisfied with living in the American kingdom. When we're looking for the way out, we prophesying for the death of this place. And what the fake Israelites saying, oh, well, Christ they come back in the year 2000, so let's set our nest among the stars. It's going to be a long captivity. Let's build a house here and just get ready to settle down because the year 2000 didn't happen. When we're in the year 2000s right now. Right. And Christ is back on his way back right now. Our king is on his way back right now. Right? Keep reading.
God. Thence will I bring thee down.
Thence will he bring down your Israelite groups. Thence will he bring down your church. And you're going to go down. Why? Because the oppressor is going down, and you're going down with the oppressor. That's what the law is at hand, joining hand. The wicked shall not be unpunished, meaning the oppressor is the wicked. But if you are of your father the devil, you have been raised to be like the wicked, and you are the wicked with him. You are of your father the devil, meaning you are the devil. Because you are an Israelite, but you are living like an oppressor. Right? So you've learned his ways. The oppressor lied to you and said, yeah, I'm going to give you the day off. And don't give it a day off, and you become a supervisor or a manager in your present seat. You have learned to become a supervisor by saying, yeah, I'm going to give the day off, and then he doesn't give the day off. He's deceived you. Just like your white manager would. Your black manager has learned the same way. He's become a policeman. The white man get up in the ranks by giving you false charges. The black officer gets up in the ranks by giving you false charges. You are of your father the devil. The white man says, the oppressor says, he's an LGBT community member. The black homosexual says he's the LGBT community member. Alright? And according to the Bible, according to the book of Romans, all homosexuals are, let's get it, right? Romans, what are all homosexuals? What does the Bible say that all homosexuals are? Romans 1 and 28.
Affection?
Okay, keep reading. Here's what the Lord said that all homosexuals are. They're filled with all unrighteousness. Fornication, meaning they worship other gods. They Christians. Wickedness. All of them are, all LGBT community members are filled with wickedness. Covetousness. They envy someone else. They're malicious. They're full of envy. They're full of murder. Right? All people die through them. Everyone gonna get AIDS and die from them. Ain't that right about you? Everybody bring that out at every camp. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuals is giving away death. They are to be responsible for their doings. They're causing people to die. They are murderers. Right? They're full of debate. They want to argue with the Israelites that can't for every goddamn thing. To act like to try to legitimize their lifestyle. They're full of deceit. There's trickery in their tongue, malignity, whisperers. You see what I'm saying? We go down and give Texas a hand, man. Texas went down to the Del Rio, right, to go give the Haitian people under the bridge food and toiletries, man, to help them in their situation. Give them food and cold water. You see what I'm saying? That's what the brothers down in Texas did. Are we going down there, man, in a couple weeks too? We all going down there for the Texas cookout, man. You know what I mean? To praise them. Not everybody, but I bought a ticket.
Oh, you want? Are you going?
Yeah.
You flying?
Yeah, I'm flying.
How much is it?
The tickets went up to $222.
Wow.
Right?
Is that cheap now?
No, those tickets got sold out. So I refreshed the page later on in the day, and the ticket price went down because what they do is they charter another flight, so there'd be more than one plane flying on the same time that I'm flying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the tickets is down to $157 again.
So probably.
Right, and that's round trip, $157 round trip. Yeah. I bought, you know what I'm saying, 157 round trip. You know what I mean? Right? homosexual, LGBT community members are backbiters, haters of God, meaning they hate when we say, when a man lies with another man, he shall surely be put to death. Not put to death by us, but put to death by AIDS. You see what I'm saying? They're haters of God. They hate when we say that. They hate the ways of the Lord. It says right here how they hate God. Even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge. They don't have to think about the Lord when they sin. Right? That gets in the way of their sin. They have to take the Lord and you know how the Lord is against homosexuality. They have to take that out of their mind to do that sin. They do not like to retain God in their knowledge. Right? So therefore, God gave them over to a reprobate mind. The Lord gave them over to a mind that says, God is okay with this. That's how you have all these church fairies in church singing noise that the Lord says, take that noise crap away from me. In the book of Amos 5 and 23. All right? Proud. Homosexuals are proud. They go up and out. They have Pride Month. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? They're boasters. These are horrible people to be around. Inventors of evil things. A lot of them are drug dealers and drug addicts. Right. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them sell their behinds for $5. Right. Homosexuals are disobedient to parents because the parents obviously did not want them to be a homosexual. What did they do? Disobey. You know what I mean? These are rebels, man. You know what I mean? The world make it sound like it's a good thing to be a rebel. It's not a good thing to be a rebel. It's a good thing to be a rebel against the oppressor and Satan and your mind. But you should be disobedient to the Lord and the Isupk under Commander Junior Hanna. Right? Homosexuals are LGBT members, community members, are without understanding. We don't waste a whole lot of time trying to get things through to an LGBT community member. Right. We'll just talk to him in the hopes that other people around can see the confusion and they can understand the explanation that we're giving to the LGBT community member that come to us at camp, because they are without understanding. Covenant breakers, meaning don't try to make no deal or no contract with no LGBT member, because they will break it, because they are the sons of their father, the oppressor, and the oppressor is a LGBT community member, and he's a covenant breaker. He broke all of the covenants with the Native Indians, and they were raping Native Indian boys, and they were raping black Negro slaves. They were breaking the buck on Negroes. You see what I'm saying? They are the original LGBT community members, and still are, and they are the king of the LGBT community. All right. They are without natural affection, meaning they don't love women. They don't love women because they don't love. All that love they talk about having on between two men, right? That's not love, right? That's just men who are friends who are sinners, right? Who use each other for they lust. They don't love each other. Right. You see what I'm saying? Implaceable. Right? You can't place them nowhere, right? Unmerciful. Now we Negroes are here, right? Let's get the right word for implaceable. 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 I was gonna say implacable, and it says it's implacable. Unable to be placated. There we go. Unable to be placated. He was an implacable enemy of Ted's. In other words, relentless and unstoppable, meaning they can't stop doing their sin. Convince them all you want. They can't stop. It's hard to stop with that kind of lust they got going on there, that demon that's on them. It's hard. It's difficult. You see what I'm saying? And they go to no ends to try to ruin whoever the life of the victim of whoever they got. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna expose people out. You ever hear that? Oh, they're gonna expose Tony Ayo. You see what I'm saying? Tony Ayo got a reputation now. For what? Being a tranny chaser or something like that. Yeah, he was getting down with them trannies. Mr. C. Yeah, that's another. You know what I mean? Famous. Tiger too. Tiger who?
Tiger.
Huh?
The rapper.
Tiger, the rapper?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Black China exposed him.
Black China.
She got in trouble for that, actually.
And Black China is a lesbian. But Tiger now, he got money, so he got lawyers probably, right?
No. She got in trouble through media.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's so bad. When she said, yeah.
Don't get too far.
No. Well,
wrap it up. We're in the class.
It's gotten so bad that when she outed he's sleeping with trannies, why are you putting that man's sexual business out there? Let him live his truth. If he doesn't want to come out about having sex with trannies.
Okay,
basically, they're trying to accept him having sex with trannies.
Right, because the LGBT people, they got power out here.
Right.
But who's she getting in trouble with? Like the law? Like Twitter. Okay, that ain't real trouble. Right. That ain't real trouble. I thought you meant like the law or a lawsuit or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? But what's her name? Black China, right?
Yeah, Black China.
She's a lesbian too?
To my knowledge, I know she got with
she get with guys, but Nicki Minaj is married to a dude right now. The child molester, right?
Yeah, kind.
Right, and Nicki Minaj is a lesbian. Bisexuals are really just homosexuals.
You're right.
Right? They just like when we say you're a homosexual, meaning you have sex with the same sex.
Right.
We don't care about the bi and the trans or nigga, you gay.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So all those terms are just terms that they try to say, I'm not gay because I'm a woman. Nigga, you're a man. You're a man. Yeah, wait. You said you're a man trapped in a woman's body.
Right. Sexuality.
Right? So really in reality, right? In your mind, this is not gay, but in reality it's gay. Because you're a man trapped in a woman's body.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the man trapped in a woman's body is having sex with another man.
Right.
But it's a man in a woman's body. No, wait. Hold on, wait. It's a woman in a man's body, right? See, Babylon, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's confusing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where is that at? It's without understanding. Romans 1:30. It's without understanding. You can't understand this crap. Right? And they are unmerciful.
No, I was just gonna say I was watching something where a guy was like, I thought you, like, a girl asked him, I thought you said you came out to your parents. He's like, well, that isn't necessarily what's called. Gender is a spectrum. I like girls too. Like, you're gay.
Yeah. That's some gay stuff to say, bro.
Like,
who said that?
It was some show called Grownish.
Oh yeah. All these shows nowadays, man. You know what I mean?
God.
I ain't even surprised when I see this. A lot of that, man.
And that's a show for us. Like, it's the spin-off of Blackish.
Because there is an agenda out here to make sure the Israelites stay sinners, so the Lord will never send Yahushua back to come save us.
Right.
But the Lord is going to save the few. What they're going to do is help destroy the masses, and then they're going to be responsible by the Lord for helping destroy the masses. That's what it's just so dumb.
Right.
You know what I mean? What they should be trying to do is look for mercy. They should come and kiss the boots of the priests. Right, not try to, further extend, because we're gonna have a record that these people who didn't kiss our boots try to further extend our captivity. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna further extend their captivity.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Till they just die out. Till they just become extinct after a while. Because of we're gonna render the same thing they render unto us, but not through sin, but through hard work and labor.
Right.
I mean, and then they'll just become extinct. And we'll just have it, written down why they're extinct, because the Lord said to return double unto them as they rewarded us. For all the pain that they gave us, we give them back pain. You know what I mean? Build buildings high, pain. All right? No sweat, right? Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam is bread. Right? Kal is all. Yawam is day. What is and? Salak is to forgive. This is the same salak when we say salak here. Salak who? Salak to us. Wa salak lanawa. Right? And forgive to us. It should be, I don't know. And forgive salak yanawa. Right?
What do you mean?
Salak yanawa, right? Because, and forgive us, right?
And forgive.
And forgive us, and forgive we. Right? And forgive. Okay, no, this is right because well, there should be a space right here because we're talking about the debts. And forgive to us our debts.
Forgive to us our debts.
Yeah, right. So forgive to us our debts. Kawabwath is debts.
As we forgive.
Right. Kawab is debt. Kawabwath is, I guess, the thing that's pertaining to the debt. All right. Our debt. That number is our debt. Right.
Right.
Like, ka is like or as, like you just said, right?
Okay.
As salak. As forgive our kabwath in our. Right? Which is, they put the ya there now, right? To make a distinction between the two kind of debts. Right? We have debts and our debtors. Right? So there might be something going on here with the kawabwath. Right? But one is to say debt and one is to say debtors. Right? And not. And no. Remember this is like patwa now, right? Where no and not is the same thing.
Right.
And not. Right? Tha baya anawa. Right? Tha is a preposition to say future tense. Right? Baya'a is to say is rooted from the word ba'a,
Right.
which means come. Where this is the what tense? That's the past tense, right?
Come.
Right? Will not lead. We're not. What they're trying to say is to be led,
Right.
and not led us. Ba is in. Na sayawan is temptation. Where nasaya would be the root word, nasaya one is temptation. Right? When you see one, think of I-O-N.
Okay.
Right? I-O-N. Alright, or O-N.
Okay.
Right? O-N, the same way how they turn the Masoretes,
Right.
turn the O's into Wa's.
Right.
Right? Picture, whenever you see an O, think of a Wa being there.
Come.
Right? So you have what example can I give? Okay, well you have Zakar and Zakar one,
Right.
Shamai one, which is Shamar one would be a name also, right? Shamai one, Simeon, huh?
Shamar one is Samaria.
Shamar one is Samaria. Okay, Mosai and Christ. Shamar, I can see that Shamar. So they're the high towers.
Yeah, kind of. It's one of those. 2 towers, a high tower.
Oh, high towers. To say that there's people on the watchtowers. Okay, they got defenses. They got high walls and towers and stuff. And okay, right. You have Shammai one, the so-called Dominicans from Dominican Republic. Right. Shammai means to hear. We went over that earlier. Right, where the Lord said you don't want to hear your vowels. Ashamai, I hear. Right. Shammai is to hear. Shammai one always makes things a noun. Person, place, or thing. Right? And the thing we're talking about is the temptation. It's a thing. It's a thing that's going to haunt you. Alright? So when you see the one, picture a O-N or a I-O-N. Alright? Well, picture a O-N. Alright? Because most towns have O-N at the end of the name. Burlington. Compton. Trenton. Okay, the T-O-N in those names means town. Right? But give me some names where there's an O-N. Oh, man. I don't know. I know there's towns that have Ham at the end of it. Ham is a similar thing. Buckingham Palace. Nottingham. People's names, Cunningham. Alright? It's a similar concept going on there. There's the same rules as there is taken from the Hebrew, right? Abal is but. Right? To say but or to interject. Right, or to say contrary to this, but Hawashai, just like our king's name is Yahawashai. Hawashai means to deliver. Yahawashai is Jesus. His name means he delivers. Right? But what? But Abal, Hawashai now. But deliver us. Right? This is how you form sentences. Build up a vocabulary. Here's the examples of other sentences. Right? Use them. Right? But deliver us. Mayan is to say, or it should be ma'ayin, right? It's to say from, right? Hawashai our ma'ayin or it says Mayan, we're going to say Mayan, right? Haushainaya, Mayan, Rai. Rai is evil, right? Deliver us from evil, right? Save us from evil, but save us from evil. Abal Haushainaya, Mayan, Rai. That's a sentence, right? Kaya is what, for or because, right? For, Laka is to you. This is how you say to you. Laka. Laka is to you. Hamalak. Ha is the, Malak is king. Malakwath, kingdom. The thing that serves the king. The kingdom. Wa is and. Wa is a preposition to say and. Ha is a preposition to say the. Allah is God or the power. Right?
So like, shouldn't that be Hakab?
What?
Waha Hakab.
To say what? The power?
Yeah, come.
Okay,
In
Hakak.
that instance would be
Okay, Hakak. When you read the prayers of Hakak,
right,
Kak, K-A-C-H,
right.
is not power like the Most High. Kak is power like ability. Like,
Yeah, come.
right.
Honestly, but if you actually understand context-wise,
For
ability
to you, for to you the kingdom and the power.
meaning the ability. You're the one with the power. Power
Okay.
in Allah usually means like a noun, like a person.
The kingdom and the, but this is more like authority.
Come.
Right? For to you the kingdom and the power, right? And the what? Wahatha Parath.
Glory.
Glory. There will be the glory. There we go. The glory. The kingdom, the power, and the glory. Right? The kingdom, the authority of the kingdom, the glory of the kingdom. I see what you're saying, because it could be power. The power like ability.
Right.
The kingdom, the ability, and the glory. Could be, but we have Allah here.
Concept.
All right. So this power is power or authority. All right. And there is glory in his authority.
Right.
But there is glory in his ability.
Right.
But this is the Lord's prayer. I'm saying, we got to go by what's here.
Right.
Right? Here's how you know what it is. You go into the Greek.
Right.
Let's see what this is. Let's see if we can get an example out of the Greek. Because we're about to wrap up now. We're at the end of this prayer. Class is done, right?
The brother had a question, but it's...
Which brother had a question?
Mashamar.
What's this question right quick?
What does Ibadah mean?
Ibadia, like your name?
Yeah, come.
It means the servant of the Lord.
Come.
All right? And it's a heavy thing to be a servant of the Lord.
Come.
Right? You got to be highly dependable. You see what I'm saying? You serve the Most High, like we all serve the Most High in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? You are the, people when to come to find out about the Lord, they're going to find the servants of the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is Matthew's, what is that, 6 and 10? 6 and 10, right?
Yeah, come.
Okay, so the kingdom, we're done. As we know, this is in Greek, this is in Latin or Greek, because the Israelites were speaking Latin and Greek. Just like you read in Nehemiah, we went into these captivities and we went off sleeping with all these heathens. We forgot our language again. Right? Give me that scripture in Nehemiah, if I could. Okay, it's good to read these two, right? To understand the words, look at the words, look at the similarities in the word, the differences, right? So we're gonna go for the kingdom and the power, right? So they're reading from left to right, right? Like in English, you read across like this, all right? You read across like this. They read backwards, all right? The kingdom and the power. Here's the power. If you click on it, the word is dunamis. And it says powers and miracles and ability. So our body was right. Right? It should be hakak. Because it's physical power or force, might, ability, efficacy, energy. Right? So our body had a strong point there. You see what I'm saying? Now, a body, alright? If you could text this to me, right? Improve to get what do you call that again? A review of the Lord's Prayer with general Q.
Okay, come on.
Right.
I
Right.
got a name,
The scripture says, "It was a valley of dry bones, and life came in." The Lord breathed on the bones, something like that.
Right.
And the bones, flesh began to get on the bones.
Right.
And sinew.
Right.
And he stood upright and he became a living man.
Right.
So as we go along, you see what I'm saying? The secrets are revealed unto the prophets, as the scripture says.
Right.
More and more secrets, more and more flesh is being put on our bones.
Right.
All right, unto this family here. You see what I'm saying? Bones is a family. All right. Wait. Okay. What you got there about you?
Nehemiah 13 and 24.
Right. That doesn't mean, oh, see, you duplicated wrong. See, believe in the truth. Idiot.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Oh. Head priest Ariel taught that Cornelius was an Italian man. The white man can be saved. Don't be silly. Just because for a time he said that because it said Italian.
Right.
Italian band. But with time, the Lord revealed secrets unto the prophets. And head priest Ariel is not in the school anymore. But he should have never left. Right. But he got up into age. And when you're up into age, your mind wearies a little bit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you're in a house and the pipe leaks, you don't leave the house. Oh my God, the pipe is broken. Oh my gosh, we got roaches. Nigga, kill the roaches, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got rats. Put a rat trap there, and then take the rats out of the house. You in Arizona? You got snakes. If a snake comes into the house, find a way to catch the snake, trap the snake, take the snake out of the house. No more snakes in the house. No more rats in the house. No more mess by these rats in the house. No more roaches all up in the good food, man. All up in the showbread. You know what I mean? Expel him. If you find someone that does what? Create offenses contrary to the doctrine, mark him who caused divisions. I saw Matthew 22. I saw a man without a garment. We cast him, we bound him by his hand and by his feet, and cast him out, and there shall be gnashing of teeth and weeping. No, you don't leave the school. You kick the guy out of the school that created the contrary, man. The offense is contrary to the doctrine, man. Right? And they went out of us. Right. Many of, come on. Right? That's how you got all these fake Israelite groups out here, right? Okay. Right? Ha'ala, Waha, Sapara, right? So, and the, Tha might be a future tense, Pa'araf might be glory. We're going to look at that in a second. La is two. Iwalam is the word world. This is when God so loved the world. World is age or society. It's not the earth, right? Earth is, do we have earth? Earth is here. Ba'arataza is earth. Iwalam is world, right? And this is to say forever. Two societies. Yam is to say plural, right? Iwalam is to say two societies, meaning forever. If we back in the days of Jacob, to forever is to the society of Egypt, and past that to the society of Assyria, and past that to the society of Babylon first, right? Babylon, to the society of Persia, to the society of the Assyrians, to the society of the Medes, to the society of the Greeks, to the society forever, man. That's a long time, man. Past Egypt to Assyria to Babylon to Egypt to Greece to Romans. That's a long time, man. To America, you're talking about forever. Two societies means two forever. Right. Aman means faith. Aman means contract. All right? Right. Meaning the action is going to be done by what the thing you believe in. About the way you got there. While I look up glory.
13 and 24.
Nehemiah 13:24. Go ahead.
And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people.
That's why in those other times, right? We was talking this stuff right here. That's why Matthew is written in this language right here, in the Greek. Why read it again, Abadia?
And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod.
And our children spoke half in the speech of the Greeks. Keep reading.
And could not speak in the Jews' language.
And could not write or speak in the Hebrew language. As to why, we gotta look at glory. And what did it say? Doxa. That's why you talking English right now, and we say Shalom, Yahweh, Shemir, Barakatah to you. You don't know what to say back, because you speak in the tongue of the heathen. In that time, it was the tongue of Ashdod. Today, it's the tongue of English, the tongue of the Englishmen. Keep reading.
But according to the language of each people.
But according to the language of each people where you were in captivity to. Each language, each one went to the Spanish conquered places. You speak Spanish there. The Haitian speaks French over there. The Brazilian speaks Portuguese. We speak English, but to the language of each people. Who are the each people? The Englishmen, the Portuguese men, the Spaniard men, the French men. You see what I'm saying? The Naomi Osaka speaks Japanese.
Right.
At this time, we were under the Greeks. We spoke Greek. We spoke the Romans' tongue. Right? People out there idiots, man. Where you at again? Nehemiah what?
13 and 24.
Nehemiah 13 and 24. Right? So put that down in your books. Put it on your fridge. Oh, why is the New Testament written in Greek? Nehemiah 13, 24. 1, 3, 2, 4. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 3, 2, 4. You switch them up. 1, 3, 2, 4, right? Tricksty that we learn, you'll be studying after this test. You know what I mean? Numbers, right? 1, 3, 2, 4. Nehemiah 1, 3, 2, 4. Right? Why we speak English today?
Right.
Why is the King James version written in English? Because Nehemiah 13, 24. It had to be put in English so we can understand our records again. Because we speak in the tongue of Ashdod today. All right? And with that, I pass the class to an officer of 1,000 Ibadia. All right? Salakia, right? Go ahead. Skip the page to the front.
Isupk security announcements. We have the Isupk starting out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is the commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to Treasury Department, the teacher, freeze fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation will be the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles this Tuesday. Any Akim want to keep say abreast on current events, check the bulletin board. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. That we say Imajim. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Man of Israel, Imajim Shabbat. Imajim, Barak, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Yahweh, dismissed.